Lancashire recovered from an awful start on the opening day of the latest Roses clash with Yorkshire at Emirates Old Trafford, an LV County Championship match which is so important in both the race for the title and the battle against relegation. But it was still the visitors who ended the day the happier of the two teams. Glenn Chappell must have wondered about his decision to bat first when Ryan Sidebottom found plenty of in-swing to trap Paul Horton in front to the second ball of the match. Then, to the third, Usman Khawaja edged behind as the Red Rose County found themselves on 0 for 2 against the County Championship leaders. Lancashire began this game just outside of the bottom two after defeating Durham last time out and were finding life really tough at the start, Ashwell Prince using the edge of his bat on more than one occasion to get the scoreboard ticking over at last. But as the morning wore on and the shine started to disappear from the ball, batting did become a little easier against this formidable Yorkshire attack. Their record in recent Roses matches has not been at all good. Yorkshire haven't won one since 2002. But for the White Roses, there was much more at stake than county pride. They were held up not only by Prince, but also Lewis Rees. Prince played in a very positive fashion as he nears the end of his illustrious career. This sweep off Adil Rashid brought the South African his 8th four to carry him to a 50, which had been made off 75 balls. He and Rees had recovered a horrible situation by putting on 96 runs for the third wicket in 22 overs. But then Prince tried to reverse sweep the leg spinner and unluckily played the ball back onto his stumps, perhaps not the right shot for the game position. He was on his way for 53, leaving it to Rees to battle through to the lunch break, by which time the youngster had completed his first half-century of the summer off 90 deliveries, getting there with his 9th four. He was still there at the interval, the game evenly poised with Lancashire on 121 for 3. But the second session began like the first with a wicket second ball, Sidebottom in the thick of things again as he trapped Rees in front for 53, Yorkshire back where they wanted to be. This time no other wicket immediately followed, however, with Stephen Croft and Alex Davis denying Sidebottom any more success. With no swing now, both batsmen were able to drive to good effect as they tried to build a partnership which would turn this game around completely. Naturally though, Yorkshire kept plugging away. With the total on 169, they grabbed their 5th wicket. Croft on 38 falling LBW to Jack Brooks, a bowler who's played such a crucial role in his side's successes this summer. That brought to the crease Tom Smith, his first championship innings since he crawled his side over the line to defeat Durham a couple of weeks back, a victory which really kept Lancashire's season alive. He and Davis added 25 more to the total, only for Davis to drive Rich Pyra to Jack Leaning in the covers after making 35. The batsman was not at all happy with his shot. But the visitors didn't have it all their own way. Stephen Parry and Smith saw out the rest of the afternoon session and then batted into the evening while adding 46 runs in 16 overs for the 7th wicket to see Lancashire close in on a second batting bonus point. Brooks's 54th wicket of the LV County Championship summer then saw the back of Parry for 17. LBW the decision as the ball just brushed the pad. It was now left to Smith, suffering with a back injury, to try to eke out as many runs as he could with the tail. This shot took him to his 7th half-century of the championship season to go along with his 53 wickets. The all-rounder needed 86 balls for his latest 50, runs which brought up the 250 for his team, the next target to now get beyond 300. But that Lancashire were unable to do as Brooks found the edge of Smith's bat to have him caught behind on 57 at 265 for 8. 6 runs later and Chappell was bowled as he came down the pitch to Rashid, who then finished off the innings as Simon Kerrigan holed out to Alex Lees without troubling the scorers. Lancashire were all out in the 75th over for 278 to score beneath par. So that gave the current leaders 19 overs to try to make this their day, and Lees and Adam Lyth had some moments of concern. Tom Bailey was not successful in that appeal for LBW against Lees, while Lyth was the latest to find some deliveries from Chappell unplayable. Chappell may now be in his 41st year, but he can still bowl with zip, as Lyth was also discovering. Yet in spite of moments such as these two left-handers who love batting with each other at the top of the order did extremely well. Lancashire would have been hoping to chip 2 or 3 of their opponents out, but in the end, they didn't even manage a single success. Lees even had the confidence towards the end to dispatch Kerrigan's third delivery for a 6 down the ground, as he ended the day on 36 to Lyth's 25 to give their side an ideal platform. Yorkshire will go into the second day on 61 without loss, and that leaves them 217 runs to make up. You could hardly say that this was the visitors' day, but they will be the happier of the two teams at this early stage, with the next 3 sessions already appearing to be very big ones.